Hei alle sammen, Morten Aastad her. Velkommen til min kanal. Som dere sikkert vet, så har jeg en konkurranse som strekker seg ut til vinylfellesskapet. Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, Morten Aastad here. That's Morten Aastad. Anyway, guys, I thought I would do an update for my contest. And it's been about another week, and there's been some really great entries to my contest that I thought I would go through, tell who's done it, and which Norwegian, or rather various countries of Norwegian descent, guys and girls you've chosen. So yay, Norway. Now, there's been a couple of entries over the last few weeks that have picked artists who are in Norwegian bands or are Norwegian artists and live in Norway. And like I said in the previous video, I am not going to exclude anyone who did that because I blame my own I don't know, convoluted explanation, I suppose. So, yeah. We'll see about what we do going forward. I am currently at, I think I am currently at 627 subscribers. So this has been a really great push. You guys have done wonderful. And I just want to say also, and you know, thank you to all my new subscribers, obviously, but also thank you to you guys who not only entered my contest, but all the kind words you've said. It's been a really nice week, and the week previously as well. I mean, I do talk to you guys quite a lot in the comments. I talk to some of you guys on WhatsApp and on Facebook, and it's really appreciated getting to know some new people and talking about music. And like I said, some of the things you've said also, and about my drawings, my cartoons, bande dessinée, as the French say, have been just lovely. So, who's who? Well, Steve at All the World's Stage was the first to do a video what felt like minutes after I had posted my previous update. And Steve posed in a t-shirt for the band that he was talking about. I feel embarrassed because I do not know some of the prog bands that people have been either showing or telling me about that are Norwegian. I hope to rectify that, and I have entered a couple of these records that I've seen in my wish list, which is already long as a bad year. He picked the band Airbag, so I'll have to look into those, Steve. But thank you so much for the lovely entry. Next up, we have Brian from his channel Embryonic Robots, and Brian made me cheer when I heard what he picked, because I had hoped that a Canadian person would pick this artist and not someone from another country, or that anyone at this stage. He was number 17. I was hoping, well, someone's got to mention this artist, and he chose Joni Mitchell. So that was great. Joni Mitchell, wonderful artist. Chris Profi. Okay, I'll I won't do it. So Chris made a video, and Chris he chose, and that was another one of those times when I go yes out loud, just like with Eddie Vedder and Beck and a couple of other artists. He chose Peter Tork from the Monkees. And he's my favorite member of the Monkees, and that wasn't necessarily because he was of Norwegian descent. Torkelsen. Also, Peter was considered the bass player of the Monkees, which I always think is, for some reason, I think it's especially cool. Next up was Ed from On My Turntable. Ed also chose Lynn Anderson, who Doug chose her as well earlier. Very popular, also quite popular, very popular in the country music, rural parts of Norway, where her music was well liked, and she came to Norway, as far as I can tell, many times, and she even collaborated with some Norwegian musicians. Next up, we got Jack from the Vinyl Voyage. Now, Jack made a great video. He even spoke a little Norwegian there, and he spoke about, the Scottish Norwegian heritage. Now, Jack chose because he couldn't find anyone Norwegian Scottish. There are Norwegian Scottish people, you can find them, but I haven't really found anyone either who's involved in music. But he found a Scottish Norwegian connection in this person, and that was the artist Beck. And Beck I love, so that was great. Mike from MGK Boston also gave us a really nice video. Thank you so much for that, Mike. And Mike also chose, and he's been chosen a few times now, Iggy Pop. So there's a Canadian living in Boston, choosing Norwegian American from Michigan. And then next up is Aaron. Aaron he did a really good job and did some good research there. He chose two artists because he found an artist who was Norwegian Canadian, and he didn't want to drop him, but he also chose one of those artists that I was hoping, come on, you guys, one of you have got to find this artist, and he did. He chose Josh Homme. Josh Homme is one of those, just like Beck, is one of those rare Americans, Norwegian Americans from California. You don't get a lot of them. I think you get more Danes. Queens of the Stone Age. Great band. But Aaron chose one other artist, a Canadian of Norwegian descent. He chose Sebastian Bach from Skid Row. Now, I don't have any music by Skid Row or anything, as far as I know, with Sebastian involved, but that was pretty cool. I didn't think that we would get a second Canadian artist, but awesome, Aaron. Awesome, and an awesome video. Really enjoyed that. Next up is Gary from Physical Format Rock and Roll. And Gary also made me go, yeah! He did, because Gary, he chose an artist who I must have followed her or the band she was in for, was it 28 years now, since 1996, and that is Gwen Stefani from No Doubt. And as you can see, I am a fairly big fan. Unfortunately, I don't have any of their records on vinyl yet. I have held them in my hands and go, no, you don't want to go down that road, do you? But I have all their records on CD, some B-sides compilations, some compilations, and I think 2 or 3 DVDs with videos and live shows. And I think I always get in a good mood when I listen to No Doubt. Definitely, No Doubt. The 24th and entry into my competition is from Anthony. That's Anthony from Gambler 812 or 812. He chose Marilyn Monroe, which is fine, and previously chosen also by David from Garage Geek, and she did record music and was of Norwegian descent. Some discussion on whether or not she actually was, some stepfather stuff and so on. But if you ask anyone who knows anything about Marilyn Monroe in Norway, of course she is of Norwegian descent, and go away, please. But he made a really nice video. I really enjoyed that. Kind words again. Thank you so much. And he picked out a record to show in my. For me, it was a vinyl record related to the Boston Red Sox, and I thought I'd just take this down from the wall and show you, or rather show for him. I have one more with the previous 2014 and 2004 and 2007 World Series, but we're content with this one. Number 25, David Atkinson from Life Matters. David was starting down the road that made me a little bit worried. But again, if you choose an artist from Norway, born in Norway, who's living in Norway, I kind of feel that was a little bit my fault for not maybe being clear enough in my initial video. So I wasn't going to exclude anyone who did that. And he did choose Aha. Funnily enough, their worst album, in my opinion. The third one. Yes, it's the one with that song Touchy. Some beautiful music on there, but I guess for some reason they sort of went very teeny pop on their third album, and after the exquisite second album, and also great first album, where they had some very adult tendency, and I was surprised. But after that third album, their fourth and fifth album was much more adult in themes, and then again after their first breakup and after their second breakup, those records have been fantastic. And I'm just so sad that you guys in America really, I mean, people still ask me, Aha continue to make music after Take On Me? Yes, they did continue to do so. I even have videos to prove it. But then David shifted gears, and he started talking about Jan Garbarek. Jan Garbarek is a monolith of an artist in Norwegian music, and I unfortunately do not own any music by Jan Garbarek, but check out David's video and you'll see, get some information. However, I did suggest to him, and he was aware of her, that he check out Anja Garbarek's records. Anja Garbarek is that's one of those artists where I genuinely feel proud to be Norwegian. And Anja Garbarek, I talked about her in a previous video where I showed the record Balloon Moods. So I'll just show another one here now. So smiling and waving. No pictures of her here, but yeah, check out Anja Garbarek. She's amazing. But he then because I'm not sure where Jan Garbarek resides, but he then kind of made me think, oh no, there are some English members of the vinyl community who's going to go, oh no, and that's why I kept leaving little breadcrumbs around talking about someone born in London and being raised in Brighton, but but he did find it, and it's Wendy James from Transvision Vamp. But David wasn't content with that. No, he had one more for us. Another person of Norwegian descent. Anyway, that's Mark Almond. Yes. And wow, I've had this CD a long time. 1988, I bought this. So, David, very well done. Kind of you to leave a few more possible artists for someone else from England or the UK. Yeah, I don't think we'll find any Welsh ones. I mean, except for, but I don't think he recorded any albums, Mr. Dahl. Finally, number 27 is Alex from Beer and Vinyl. So Alex showed us a record from a Norwegian prog band, and again, I'm sorry, I just don't know about them, but I am going to check them out. It's a band called Wobbler, but they are Norwegian and residing in Norway. So unfortunately, no, I'm kidding. He did go on and find something quite unique so far. He showed us Fleet Foxes. Yes. Another one of those bands from the Pacific Northwest. And it's Robin Pecknold of the band, who has Norwegian ancestry. And I have a few of their CDs, and they're just wonderful, so check them out. I have to add a little bit here, because I forgot to mention that Ed on my table, he also chose Annifrid Lyngstad. Annifrid Lyngstad was that fourth member of ABBA, you might say, or first or second or third, who sort of broke up the Swedishness of the band a bit, because she was born in Norway, her mother moving from I think it was far north in Norway to Sweden. She is also, I think you're supposed to give her, title her what the English would call a dame or a baroness, or a female equivalent of a baronet, because she married and he's past now, dead now, but she married a Reuss. They were and are part of the, I think, the old Austrian imperial family. So yeah. And finally, we have Roberts on my turntable, who picked another artist of Norwegian descent. That's Greg Rowley from Santana. A couple of records there that I absolutely adore. But also, he was also in Journey, and Robert showed one of those 3 first Journey albums that I have in a little box, CD box set. I think I got last fall. Or last summer. Anyway, I've been listening to those a lot. Those 3 first Journey albums are amazing. I really like them. Yeah, great work, Robert, and again, a sweetest guy ever, and all you guys are wonderful. Thank you so much for doing this. Check out all their channels if you're not aware of them. I'm gonna see if I can leave links to them all in my video here. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening to me up until now. Thank you for doing this contest. It's wonderful. I'm off to Denmark tomorrow for 3 weeks of hopefully Danish summer, after nearly 3 months in Oslo now. And then I'll be back in Oslo towards the end of August. If by then the push has gone past 650, I will pick a date or conclusion, and then I'll see how I will handle the actual picking of a winner of the Tusmørke record, and send it to you. And it does not matter where you guys are. This has been my goal all the time. That's why I reached out to Benedictator and got him to do the little video and sign the record, because I wanted something Norwegian to reach out to one of you guys out there in the vinyl community, wherever you are on the planet Earth. So again, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon in another video. Bye.